pre-show, pre-12 Hours of Terror vibes. How we feeling?
Feeling like Bucky the Beaver, yeah.
Hopefully it'll go a lot better than the road trip, McKay's road trip.
Here's hoping.
We'll just be terrified.
We're outside in line at 12 Hours of Terror. We're gonna kind of get a feel for the room. How we feeling?
I feel like Bucky the Beaver still. Like it hasn't changed.
Like the bussy?
Still, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How we feeling? Oh, man, let's give me the shot. Oh, shit.
I got that dog in me. I'm excited.
You excited?
Yes.
Perfect.
If you could tell.
How are we feeling?
I'm very tired.
These 12 hours already? We haven't even started.
I'm not gonna make it through movie one.
I've slept like 6 hours in the past 24. I don't know.
That's not a bad.
It's a normal amount.
I just want to point that out. 6 out of 24. That's like,
we're about to do.
That's a fourth of the day.
You.
OJ's boy, and I just want to say
really
he was
emotional.
unfairly accused for the crimes he did commit, though. That's all I want to say. Okay, they tried to like fraud that guy, even though he did it anyway. So I just feel like
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That's an emotional
could have just had a
moment.
fair trial.
The gloves, Jay. The gloves.
This is.
They clearly didn't fit. He did do it though.
And you're what? You're 7 shots of espresso deep, right? Like already.
Oh, I'm about to get deeper. We're gonna evacuate the barrels all night long. We're good.
How you feeling there, Furiosa? Yeah.
Well, I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You can still speak on the. How's your mental state? How's your headspace right now?
I'm good.
You're gonna steal her popcorn. She's gonna be like, I want it back.
Yeah.
I want them back.
Pre-12. How we feeling?
That's how he's feeling.
He's feeling himself.
Yeah. No words for the people. Tell me how you feeling.
Feeling good.
Feeling good? You think you're ready for the 12 hours?
I don't know. I've never. This is my first time, so anxious. So yeah, we'll see.
Nice. So they're about to go over it in this video as well, but I just wanted to preface this by saying Happy Halloween. I wanted to post something spooky on one of my favorite, if not possibly my favorite holiday of the year, and that is my coverage this year, Movie Man Productions coverage of Belcourt's 12 Hours of Terror, 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. horror movie marathon, 7 films straight. We don't know what they are until they start playing them for us during this event. So as you know, I love movies. As you might also be aware, I'm a huge fan of horror. Might very well be my favorite genre of film. So this is just going to be a coverage of getting into the event, the before, the after, and the during, including fun little contests they have, and basically the intro for each movie. And for funsies, I plan on also throwing in my review of each film that we go through throughout the course of the night.
It's been 10 years now with the Boo Dudes as the 12 Hours of Terror house band. Through thick and thin, various memberships and band names. Several deaths and resurrections. And oddly enough, the only thing they've ever gotten paid for was one time during our tech check the night before, a drunk man roamed in through that door and paid them a $100 bill to play him one song. Welcome to 12 Hours of Terror. Hello! I'm Zach Hall, and I am Jason Sean, and we'll sort of be your guides on this evening of madness you're about to partake in, because you are going to need your nourishment. We've got Burritos La Mina out there. They'll be out there until like 1:32 or so if you need any sustenance to get you through the night. Yes! Give the love to Cold Brew Boba, because they've been part of our midnight program for like quite a while now. Woo! Doing the work. You know who wants non-caffeinated stuff right now? Fools! Fools! drinks. God,
Yes.
I almost forgot about this. He has really elevated the cocktail game out there tonight. After the announcement of each movie, we'll be introducing a new themed drink out there. Some crazy bar chemistry going on.
Setting trends at the Belcourt concession stand for the first time in way too long. It is an honor to have Pat back.
Absolutely.
Mixing stuff up.
On with the show. Welcome to 12 Hours of Terror. Thank you all so much. We sold out in record time to members only this year, much to the chagrin of people who did not heed my warnings to maybe think about becoming friends with a member. So thank you all so much for your membership in the Belcourt, your continued support of our programming of all types of things, but especially your support of this event. It's crazy. It sold out in less than 8 hours, which is like a total record for us.
The only person or event that sells out faster than 12 Hours of Terror now is Nicole Kidman, so we feel like we're distinguished.
Who here is at 12 Hours of Terror for the first time in their life? Ooh, we got some movies. All right, Jason, any words of advice for 12 Hours of Terrorers?
I'm so happy to see each of the newbies here. You know, we don't have like a grand ritual for it. This isn't Rocky Horror. It's just, we're a community that comes together and departs every year for one night, for half a day. And you're gonna see some weird shit. You're gonna go on a journey with us. And we have your best interests at heart, mostly. Sure. Mostly.
Put your trust in us.
Yes.
It will be okay.
Yes. We're not trying to like traumatize or like start a cult.
This year.
If a cult starts, then that's a whole other thing. But
For the uninitiated, what we do here is we don't tell you what movie you're going to watch until we say the title of the film and it pops up on the screen here behind us. In between films, you can go out and get stuff, but we'll also have a lot of fun little activities, lots of giveaways with a whole bunch of local vendors who we love, who've donated stuff, early morning workout routine to keep you awake. We've got all sorts of very special stuff.
there's all manner of random shit just happening out there.
If you start falling asleep, you can always walk out to the lobby, you know, get some fresh air, whatever, come back in, and we will definitely come up with ways to wake you up throughout the night. So,
Indeed.
You might get pelted with candy, and that is a tradition dating back to our beloved Jim Ridley.
But out of deference to y'all, like that, we promise to throw the candy underhanded.
I never agreed to that.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, and we're trying to inspire people, and by that we resist fascism. And I've always said that the Saw films are like the perfect example of fascism, so we want the opposite of that. This is our 13th year, this is our bar mitzvah year, and that's like crazy that we've been doing this for 13 years. So yeah, it's continually amazing. Like eventually we're gonna start having people who come to this and just like, oh yeah, my parents met and hooked up, and I was conceived after 12 hours of terror. The opposite of fascism is egalitarianism, and the message of egalitarianism is that no matter what kind of person you are, death is coming for you. And some of y'all may know this film and love it. Some of y'all may only know the meme, but if you know the meme, you're gonna know the film now. Because we want to start with one of the greatest horror sequels of the aughts on 35mm, y'all, Final Destination 2! You're gonna see this shit next time you're on the interstate for the rest of your life.
We're going to go down the line here. We're going to have everybody tell what they are, and then we'll go back down to Sega Time, and we'll pick a winner or winners by audience applause. Okay? So let's do this thing. Oh, awesome. I heard a lot of buzz about this one. Tell them what you are.
I'm a fly.
She's a fly! And the scientist is with her. I see. Next up, we've got...
Furiosa.
All right. Awesome. Next we have
Pearl.
Pearl. Oh, yeah. Watch out for her. And now we have.
Oh, you can see me?
I can. I'm one of the special ones. I like your book.
Thank you. I'm Adam. That's
good reading there. And now we have Tim Curry as the Grand Wizard. Because anything can happen on
Anything can happen on Halloween.
Oh, hey, awesome. Tell me who you are. Step out there. Next we have Yas Ferrazzi.
Fidelio. Otherwise, a ritual goer at Prom Eyes Wide Shut. Blobfish.
Hey, how are you? What? Tell us who you are.
I'm the lady from Strange Darling.
And next we have
Anton LaVey.
I saw some of your work in that last movie.
Oh.
Next we have
I'm John Trent. In the Mouth of Madness.
Hey, so tell us who you are.
I'm Hal from Hal's Moving Castle. Looking even twiggier than usual.
Nice. And who are you?
Okay, we didn't introduce this guy. Sorry. This is Dr. Dick Gangrene, Nashville's or physician of fright.
We're gonna go number 1, 2, and 3. Hey, all of you, I think you all win. Big round of applause for all our costumes.
I'm going to let the director introduce it, but he introduces the wrong film, so then I'll introduce it after that. Our next film, though, has several letters in common with a film that is currently tearing up the box office, but it's not that film. So let's go ahead and take it away, director.
Hello, my friends. I am Damian Rugna, the director of When Evil Lurks, and I want to tell you my movie is going to screen in Belcourt Theater in 12 Hours of Terror. So I sending to you a big hug, and I hope you enjoy the movie. Bye-bye.
All right, so if you haven't guessed from that, we are going to be watching Terrified. This is a film that, to the best of my knowledge, has never played locally in a theater, so this will be the big theatrical premiere. It came out in 2017, and it's sort of lurked in the shadows on Shudder for a long time, and been just a film that's stuck in the back of my head for years now, and it's one that I've wanted to sort of bring to this audience for quite a while. Very, very excited for this. It's a super spooky, lovely police procedural with some really upsetting stuff in it. So,
you guys like science fiction movies? How about movies with nudity, sex, and gore? How about alien ripoff movies? That sounds pretty good, right? Well, Roger Corman thought so too. That's why he made Forbidden World in 1982. Yeah. This is a good one. It tells the story of a genetic mutation that runs amok on a distant research laboratory, killing everyone and everything in its path. And you know what I just realized? We haven't seen any boobs tonight. This was good. Have you seen it? Well, you're going to get more boob time in this. Way more boob time. Roger Corman, who passed away earlier this year, and he's everyone here at the Belcourt is a big fan of Jim Wyndorf. I mean, we're fans of Jim Wyndorf, but we're big fans of Roger Corman, so we want to give a big salute to him. And I was super stoked that we're showing one of his films this year. I was up in Ohio last weekend, picked up this Roger Corman box set just because it was cheap, and I thought, I'm gonna give this away. It's got 10 movies on
that we're into intricate conspiratorial possibilities and power structures. So something we've done, and it didn't start out this way, but after the first few years, we always decided that film number 4 was going to be the most upsetting thing we showed. Previous films in this slot include Martyrs, Angst, and whatever, what was the one last year? Yeah, and Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Like, basically, whatever we think is going to be the breaking point for y'all is always going to be film number 4. And as we did with the first film tonight, I wanted to highlight one of the great horror sequels of the early aughts. This film, it's really funny, when we did our 1999 25th anniversary series earlier this year, Girl Interrupted was a huge hit, you know, and I was just like, yeah, that's fine, but there's another film that did it better, with werewolves. Ladies and gentlemen, Ginger Snaps Unleashed on 35mm. If you've never seen this film, it is gonna fuck you up. Also, quite possibly the best acting performance you're gonna see tonight by an actress. This is the first thing I ever saw her in, and I was just like, is she 14 or 46? But you might know her as the star of Orphan Black and a She-Hulk. Tatiana Maslany in this film, you are not ready. I mean, has anybody seen Ginger Snaps 2 before? Okay, there's a few, but not many. Y'all ain't ready.
So yeah, it's 5 a.m., which is usually the time I bring you something pretty upsetting to watch. So yeah, it's technically Sunday morning. So what better time to introduce a little Satanism into the night? All the way from Mexico in 1977, we bring you the English-speaking Mexican feature that was so evil, there is no print in existence. I think it just caught fire from its own blasphemy. And of course, I'm talking about Juan Lopez Montezuma, or let me make sure I got that name right. Juan Lopez Montezuma's Alucarda. Now, I hear a few claps. Who's a fan of this movie? Who do we got? Oh, we got like 4 people. That's pretty cool. Who hasn't seen this movie? All right, great. I saw a kid earlier that looked about 13. I especially hope he's still here for this movie. So some of our more eagle-eyed, high IQ patrons will realize that this title is a Dracula spelled backwards. That really doesn't have anything to do with this movie at all. They're a nunsploitation film, if you will. And being raised as a good old Southern Baptist boy, I was never acquainted with nuns. Boy, you Catholics must have had a crazy time growing up. There's no print or anything, so the daughter of the director, Alessandra Montezuma, gave us this file personally, so this is a very special, rare occasion for us to watch this movie.
Well, now we have donuts. Free donuts at that. In this one, though, it's just a lot of women getting together and doing something bad. And it comes back to get them. So the next, can I go ahead and say it, is the 1982 movie, The House on Sorority Road. See, people are a little pumped for this. Okay. Who's seen the movie? Okay. Well, that's good. This is a really fun slasher. And a little fun fact, the director, I always pull this up, I want to make sure I say it's Mark Rossman is who directed it. And he mainly went on to do some like Disney stuff and a bunch of stuff with Hilary Duff. So that's a fun fact about this movie.
We've come to the time of the evening, morning, tomorrow. You survived 12 Hours of Terror 13. Congrats to all you folks. Thank you so much for spending the night with us.
It's staggering. It really, think about the journey you just went on.
Oh my.
Like Final Destination 2, yeah! Yeah!
So long ago!
Yes! And it just,
remember the story?
It just kept getting weirder and weirder, and yeah, I feel like this is the most unpredictable one we've had in a while.
Well, thank you all so much for taking the journey with us. We hope it was pleasurable, if, you know, even if a little hard on the back and whatnot.
I was about
to make it through. I was like, I gotta drive separate.
I gotta get everybody's testimonials now. How we feeling? How we feeling?
Oh, God. I fucking hated the nuns one. I hated it.
I was right there with you.
I'm tired.
Very tired.
I feel more awake than I did when we started.
There you go, second
A
win.
little bit of both, tired and awake.
I still feel like Bucky the Beaver. Like I didn't change
I can't
the
imagine
whole
why.
night.
And
I feel like I've been through some fever dream experience. Like, am I awake? I don't know.